Here are 3 films that don't explain themselves, don't comfort you, and don't care if you keep up, but can be rewarding if you do. The Oregonian from 2011 is an experimental horror film about a woman who has just experienced a car crash and then becomes completely lost in a surreal world that she does not recognize. This movie, like all 3 that I will discuss today, really tried my patience while I was watching it, but after it was over, I was grateful for the experience. This is one of those experimental movies where a series of weird shit happens and you're supposed to just figure it out or interpret it on your own. I described some of the scenes in this movie to my wife and she called me a sick fuck for watching it. The closest and easiest comparison that a lot of people use for this movie is that it's very David Lynch-like. And although I find that to be an overused mechanism to describe something that is surreal or unexplainable in a film, it does kind of fit here. So if you're in for a David Lynch wannabe kind of movie that will have you asking, where am I? Where am I? Where am I? Alice from 1988 is a reinterpretation of the story of Alice in Wonderland. It relies heavily on stop motion, which involves many taxidermied animals. If, like me, you enjoy the story of Alice in Wonderland, in fact, the Disney version is one of my favorite animated movies, you may like this, but proceed with caution. It's a way darker interpretation than what you may be used to. And in many ways, it's a very unpleasant experience watching this movie. One of the things that irked me in particular is the sound design of this movie. It's very clicky and clanky, and there's breaking glass and all kinds of unpleasant sounds throughout the whole movie. And perhaps that was on purpose, but you may find your anxiety levels rising because of that as you watch this film. But having said that, it's worth a one-time watch just to see the stop motion work that was done. It must have been very meticulous, and it has quite a dark beauty in a lot of places. This is one of those movies that's kind of a bad dream, and I do enjoy those from time to time. Stinking Heaven from 2015 is a shot-on-video experimental narrative type of movie directed by Nathan Silver. Shot on location in Passaic, New Jersey, it is about a group of people who live in a sober living kind of commune in a single house. And though it's under the auspices of helping and supporting each other, nobody is really in charge or knows what they're doing. And they have these excruciatingly uncomfortable trauma processing sessions that they do with each other. And through the movie, you find that these are some deeply flawed people, and it does become hard to root for them, and you find yourself just kind of observing. A lot of times there are movies with unlikable characters that I can really get into, and I think this is one of them. And to be transparent, I think on a certain level, I can enjoy a movie about a bunch of losers living in a house in New Jersey, because once upon a time, I was a loser living in a house with a bunch of people in New Jersey. The largely improvised nature of this movie will leave you kind of guessing or having to figure out what the relationships between the people are because it's not exactly spelled out. And there are some parts that are very darkly funny. So in the end, this is a hard sell. I don't even think I really loved this movie. But again, I had a certain comfort level in the trauma that was being shown on screen. And I was not put off by the video quality like some people might be when they see this. And that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you for watching till the end. And if you like these short movie reviews that I do, I have a whole playlist of them on my channel. Thanks again, and I'll see you on the next one.